What's up, YouTube? Going to do a quick review on the We the People holster. This is for the M&P 9 Shield. Just going to do a quick brief review. I'm not going to get too carried away here. You can look up their specs and everything on their website. I'm not going to get into all that, but just as a consumer review, if you will, somebody that's carried this holster with this gun daily for a couple months now, and just want to kind of give you my first impressions of it, and maybe you can make a decision based off of that. First thing I want to talk about is the Kydex alone. Nice thick Kydex. You can tell they didn't cheap out on the Kydex. Nice Kydex. Textured on the outside, nice and smooth on the inside. Okay. Also, the actual detent in the for the gun alone, really nice deep detents in the form to hold that gun in place. It's on both sides. Like you look at right here inside the trigger guard, you got a nice deep pocket here that holds that trigger guard in, and that's on both sides. So they really, I don't know if they use a vacuum press or what they do to really seal these things down tight to the gun, but a very, very nice seal. You can kind of feel that gun overcome, trigger guard overcome that hump there and really lock in. And very nice job on the Kydex and the forming alone. Really fits the gun really well. Next thing I want to talk about, I'm going to set this back down, is the edges of the Kydex holster. That's a big deal to a lot of us concealed carry guys. It's the sharp edges on these Kydex holsters. That's why a lot of us opt for leather, and that's why I used to opt for leather. But over time, of course, leather stretches and you don't get a good life out of it. So I started going to Kydex and I got one of these. And the edges on this holster, I was worried about that, but the edges on this holster are very smooth. They've taken the time to sand them and polish them and really get them nice and smooth, so you don't have to worry about dragging your knuckles while holstering on the top of the holster or unholstering and cutting your knuckles up. Okay, this is how it came out of the bag. I have not sanded on it or anything. They took the time at the factory to really smooth these edges out, and it's all the way down here to the bottom to the top of the sight channel, and all the way up to the top where you're actually going to be coming in contact. They didn't skimp. They did all of it. Very nice work there. The next thing I want to talk about is a belt clip. Very nice, adjustable. You can see it's slotted. It looks like two holes, but it is slotted on down, so you can adjust the height, the ride height of the holster. Nice rubber bushings in behind there to help hold that in place. Does very well. I've never had an issue with it moving. The belt clip itself, you can see it's a very deep belt clip. I mean, you can see the depth of my finger there. Very deep compared to between the outside of the holster and the inside of the belt clip. And I was worried about that when I opened it, but after carrying it for a while, I've realized that if you use a proper gun belt, like I carry with a Bigfoot leather steel core gun belt, you'll want this deep holster. I've had this deep belt clip on your holster. I've had too many holsters where with my gun belt, the belt clip will be doing this after you put it on. Then what's the point in the nice hook at the bottom to keep it held on in the event you have to holster or unholster very quickly? This deep belt clip eliminates that problem, and it actually completely seats back against the holster after you put your belt through or clip it on your belt or however you decide to do it. Also, their logo, very nice, some form of rubber overmold on the outside of the clip itself, and their logo is part of that. Nice Made in USA stamp there. Handcrafted, and you can tell it is handcrafted. No machine, I've never seen any machine that can get these edges and everything nice and smooth as they are. That was some handwork involved in that, definitely. Nice retention system, pretty simple. You got a threaded bushing with a screw and a nice rubber gasket, rubber O-ring bushing in there. Very nice. Overall, I'm very pleased with it. I'm sure you would be too if you were to purchase one. Very nice holster. Again, this is for the M&P9 Shield. They make it for a multitude of other guns. This is just my everyday carry. I will be getting one for my Glock 19 here for long, because of the pure comfort of it. I mean, it's very comfortable. I've had several Kydex single shell holsters like this that weren't very comfortable, but this one is. I promise you, this one is very comfortable. And that's a big deal. People say carrying a gun should be comforting, not comfortable, but I have to disagree. It needs to be comfortable as well. That will allow you to self-discipline yourself to carry every day. So a comfortable holster is very important, and this one is just that. But that concludes my review, and thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff, and go get you a We the People holster.